Okay, let's take a look at the drums, some basic drums. Basic drum kit consists of 5 pieces. So you have the kick drum, the 3 toms, low, mid, and high, and of course the snare drum. So that's a 5-piece kit. And you will also have a ride cymbal, which is kind of soft sounding and sounds good for doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then you have your crash, which is a good accent for the sometimes on the snare drum or on the kick drum at the beginning of the riff. Okay, and then you have your hi-hat, which is another one that's either open or closed. Opened is good for high energy, and closed hi-hat is good for just regular verses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So obviously you know what a drum set is. You know, if you're a drummer, the drum set, it's its own instrument. But if you're just a guitar player and you just want to get some drum tracks in there, don't really think of the drum set as its own instrument. Think of it as just a support for your guitar part or your bass line. All you want to do is you want to accent your guitar part with the drums. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for the accents in your guitar riff and really try to just support that with the drum part. So knowing what your pieces are, you're always going to start off the riff, well, not always, but most of the time, with the kick drum. 1, that's 1. And unless you're in some crazy timing like 3/4 timing or 3/4 timing, it's gonna be 4/4 time. That means there's 4 beats per measure. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the kick drum is always gonna be on 1. Not on every one though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All the while you have a hi-hat going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or the ride 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just basic. You can get into doing like, see what I'm saying? Then have like a crash in there. So let's go ahead and take a look at a beat that I've done. So throw a little bit of piano in there just for the heck of it, just so it has some music. See if I can edit so we can see it. All right, so that's it. It's just several measures long. There's a bunch of different beats in there, just so you can get an idea of what a MIDI, this is a MIDI drum map, looks like. So all those pieces there you have, once again on the left hand side, you just touch them to hear what they sound like. And in that corresponding row across from it, you'll lay down whatever piece you want, whatever kick drum, snare drum. So let's notice I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these bars here, you can see up at the top, 1, 2, 3, those are measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first thing obviously you want to do though, before you even get into this, is set your tempo. So you set your metronome over here, over here with the little wrench. Go to metronome, tempo. There's your tempo right there on the corner. You can see it. You can't really see that, but sorry. Well, I don't know. It's not very good light, but I'm at 100 right now. So you can just scroll up and down to change it to 120, 80, or 50, or whatever you want. So I'm at 100, and that's the speed that I wanted to do this riff at. Well, this little piece. So let's go back into here by double clicking to get into the edit mode in that column so we can see what we got here again. All right, let's hear what we got. All the way to the beginning by pressing this thing to go to the left. All right, here we go. Okay, before we even go any further, notice that the cymbals started off faster. They started off going and you can see that here. Now, they went to half of that. I broke that down and just tit, 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 tit. And you can see the kick drum down here. Boom, ch, boom, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, boom, chick. That stays the same, but the cymbals change. So listen for that. That's an open hi-hat crash cymbal. All right, you hear that crash cymbal? That's this right here. Let's go back and listen to that. Listen for that crash cymbal, how it accents it and gives it energy. The whole purpose of the drums is to add energy to the music. Okay, now we're up to the ride cymbal up there. Right here. Now we're going to do fast hi-hat. Okay, let's see, some interesting things happen right there. Right here we have the tom rolls. That's like a fill. It's a really good way to end the riff. Boom, chick, boom, and then start your next riff. After the tom rolls, it's just a bunch of them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going down from the high tom, mid tom to low tom. And you can just kind of mess around with it until you get the sound you're looking for. But you're just simulating are recreating the sound of two drumsticks rolling across those toms. And then of course you got a crash here, crash. And then when that happens in this new riff here, I'm actually doing something different that you hear a lot in metal, where they start the riff off with the snare drum instead of the kick drum. So it's a little bit more of an advanced riff. I'll go back just two measures before that so you can hear it. But they use that a lot in metal, where they start the riff off with the snare instead of the kick drum. It's kind of like backwards, but it sounds really cool, so check it out. So that's it. That's some drum basics there. I don't know, I hope you got something from this. If you have any questions, just let me know. And just kind of play around with it. Try, if your beat is, say, at 120 beats per minute, that's what you set your metronome at, say 120. Try playing, try creating a drum beat that's maybe 60 beats per minute, half that speed. And then try also making a drum beat that's 240. That doesn't mean you have to change the tempo. All it means is that within this region, you're utilizing more spaces within that region. So you don't have to change the tempo to double time it or to half time it. All you have to do is make twice as many kicks and snares, which I did back there. Whoops. There was one measure where I did double the right there, I think, and it didn't really sound that good, I don't think. No, that's not it, but that's probably my favorite one of the bunch right there. Just and that's using the rim shot on the snare, kind of like every other hit. You get the idea. I'm losing battery here and everything. So yeah, just keep playing with it. Just remember the hits. You don't want to have too many cymbal hits. If you have a really slow guitar riff, you might want to try a slow drum beat, but try the other way around too. One thing that can sound really good is if you have a really fast guitar part to put really slow drums behind it. So that tends to end up sounding really epic if you have that really just like a high-speed guitar riff, maybe some tapping or something like that, some arpeggios, and then, or some fast picking, some super fast tremolo picking, and then having like a half-speed drum beat in there. It just sounds really huge and big. So, all right, well, take care.